What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Well, in today's video, I want to give you a quick update on what's happening with Solana's price, because although the news has been rather slow for Solana, its price is making some really damn important moves, and I think you need to be aware of it. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. So the decision that Solana is currently trying to make is whether or not it's going to be capable of breaking $114 to $110. Now you may say, Tyler, why is that an important range? Well, the reason that's an important range is, of course, because this is the short-term micro 618 to 786 box. And although generally these little micro 618 to 786 boxes aren't necessarily important, in the instance in which Solana is capable of breaking this zone, it puts it in position to be able to get the move back up to $124. Now, I know, of course, $124 itself maybe not even going to sound all that exciting, but it actually is much more exciting than you may think. The reason being is because if Solana is capable of clearing this zone, opening the door to $124, it gives it a confirmed breakout of this current little trend line that we are now under. As you can see here, over the last month, roughly, maybe a little bit more, about 2 months, Solana's kind of been going sideways in this little range. Now, we've not put in a confirmed bottom yet, so we've not put in a confirmed low here to establish this true level of support, but it is roughly this consolidationary channel. And under the, under the circumstance in which Solana is capable of breaking up towards $124, as I mentioned before, it then clears this resistance. And considering the fact that we are getting this consolidation at the top of this beautiful, insane channel to the upside, oftentimes this can be considered a bullish flag, and bullish flags, especially in the beginning of bull markets, can have some crazy breakout targets. Generally speaking, what you would do in this situation is say, okay, what's the distance of the flagpole? So say if it's a bullish flag, you're going to take the flagpole. You're going to then apply the flagpole to the top of your breakout target, and the top of your breakout target is now sitting at $750. Now, do I align with that? No. Do I think Solana is about to go straight to $750? No. But is it good to know that this structure is so incredibly bullish that there can even be the thought of something like that happening? Absolutely. And so because of that, at this given point with Solana, what I would tell you is that under the circumstance in which we're capable of getting up to 124, all we have to do at that point is reject a double top. That's it. And if we reject the double top, we're in position to really start extending. So say, for example, we break 110 to 114, the decision is made, we're now going to break for the upside. At that given point, the only threat we have now is that we're going to set a double top right here, and it is a decent sized threat. Once that happens, we are now on track to see a lot of the progress that we've been talking about. Under the circumstance that we clear $124 to $126, I'm under the belief that Solana's going full 1.272 extension, possibly up to $143, maybe even as high as a 1.618 extension up to $168. And all of that becomes possible if Solana is capable of clearing $110 to $114. So the question then becomes, what should we do now? But before we get into that question, of course, I did want to remind you guys real quick, if you do remember, I talked about a crypto named Lingo not too long ago. Lingo was a company that was basically going to take the revenue that they generate from all of their different revenue streams and use that revenue to purchase real world assets, especially things like real estate. Taking, of course, the revenue that they generate and the revenue generated from the real world assets, they're then going to use that revenue kind of in a revenue share model to distribute back not only to just their holders, but to provide rewards that can be used in the real world. Now, the reason that I wanted to remind you of them is because, one, they did have some really good news recently that Anthony Day is now coming on as the head of strategy and top LinkedIn technology voice, and he is now joined as, of course, a member of the advisory board, which is really good because it is going to allow them to continue in a direction of progress, which is something that I told you all I would update you on. But the reason why I wanted to give you this reminder and give you a little update on their news is because the ability to be able to get those 5 allocation spots is going to run out pretty soon here. If you do remember, I told you all that I got you 5 allocation spots in their private sale that has already closed, kind of as a reward to my community for anyone who wanted to invest in the Lingo. I did personally invest into them because I think they have potential, but everybody has to take risks on their own, right? To some degree, they have to play out their risk on their own. But I wanted to kind of partner up with them and bring you your own ability to get some allocation because, again, I do think that there could be some potential here. So do remember, if you use the link down below, there will be an affiliate code down there also in which you will be able to get access to this. This is closed off to the public, only available to my community. So make sure, again, that you do check it out down there below because, again, the time is running out extremely soon. But as I mentioned before, let's get back into the Solana video and let's talk about what we're doing now. personally speaking, I'm not doing too much, okay? So what you can see here actually from my Patreon is that I did purchase some Solana on the 21st. That was the last Solana purchase I made. That was about 6 days ago, and I bought it at $103 because we saw the 4-hour DCA signal go off for HD Algo. So if we go over here, we turn on HD Algo, we go to the 4-hour charts, what you can see is that we got this DCA plus signal right here, which basically just says this is a good time to buy, and I bought in right around $103. Now, overall, that purchase is up now, a nice little 6.6% gain, which isn't too bad. And so because of that, because I did get a good entry right here, I'm not really doing too much. I think that the risk of this 618 to 786 box is high. I think the risk of this descending level of resistance is high. And so because of that, I don't really want to do too much right now, except for just wait this thing out and see if we're capable of breaking $124. If we break $124, get a nice little breakout to the upside, yeah, I might buy a little bit more here, but obviously that is still rather risky. And so at this given point, I am kind of just pausing on my buys, and I'm going to let this thing play out. You guys know that most of the buys that I do now are because of HD Algo. I mean, you guys can see HD Algo going off. And remember, HD Algo is the indicator my company designed, and we are actually giving you 20% off for life if you do buy the indicator in the month of February. So make sure you go check it out down below. But again, it gives you some of the absolute best times to be purchasing any crypto that you can think of on TradingView. And I mean, I was buying all throughout here because all of these DCA plus features were flashing. I bought a little bit more here, and you alone can see how well this is done. And so because of that, I'm not in a rush right now to buy. I really don't see a reason in buying right now, especially after that beautiful entry that I just had. And you can see, again, that was a large purchase. That was a really big purchase that I made. So again, I'm not really rushing. I'm just going to kind of wait to see if we can get this breakout. So I will update you as this does play out. I will let you know if we do get that breakout. Of course, you guys know I'm one of the people that will bring you these Solana updates 2 to 3 times a week, every single week. And we've been doing that for 2 to 3 years straight. So if you do enjoy the Solana content, make sure, of course, that you always do go down below. You smash the like button so more people see this video. You subscribe to the channel so you see more videos. And you know I'll see you next time. Peace out, everybody.